surprised they don't have a suspect in custody right now?
No, not surprised. If you don't catch them in the immediacy of the event, all the panic after makes it really hard to catch them on the outer perimeters of after the event. When a shooting happens, people flock to obviously the victim. Some law enforcement starts looking out, but it's really tough at this point if you don't identify them right then and be able to chase them down, that they get outside that initial crime scene and where they're sealing off, and he gets past that. I think part of it is this was a targeted assassination. I think part of why they're not releasing the information is, one, they want to have control of it. If they don't have any idea who he is, like in the healthcare shooting, they may have released it at that point. But if they think they can identify that person, if you release it to the public, things kind of get out of your hands, so to speak. So if they can identify him and then they can figure out more where he's at. I also don't think that they think that there's any more, not a higher chance of violence, because, again, it seemed that he was going after one target. He took one shot and stopped and did not shoot anyone else involved. I think that is also leading them to say, OK, we don't think that there's a mass threat to the public on this point.
Do you think that they would have ruled out anybody else being involved in some way?
I don't think ruled it out. I would want it. It's one of those, everyone's talking about that. He was talking about gun violence when he was shot. I would want to talk to the person who asked that question and make sure there's no connection to, in fact, the shooter. Not it's just you have to run every lead down. But people are talking about the actual of him talking about mass shootings and then getting shot. Was that something that was set up? I think you can clear that fairly easily. But they were going to look at all this different footage to make sure that someone didn't drive him there and drop him off, that he wasn't being assisted. So all that's still going into the investigation. They have to run every lead down because you don't want to say he acted alone and then figure out later that he didn't.
And Rob, investigators say this gunman was about 200 yards from Kirk. Again, they've tracked his movements on campus. They know where he fired the shots from. It was a rooftop, they believe. Apparently only one shot was needed. What does it tell you about this shooter and the perhaps planning that went into this?
So obviously it was planned in the fact that he knew what building to go to, how to get access to the roof. I would say we're calling it a sniper shot, and that's more the technique. I don't personally think he was a school-trained sniper. That's law enforcement, military. He may have a military background, but I looked at it as someone who's good at shooting. Could be a hunter, could be someone that goes out and